Brakathe Yahweh, Brakathe Yahweh Brakathe Yahweh, Brakathe Yahweh Brakathe Yahweh, Brakathe Yahweh Call Halal Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash, the water, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to my elder apostles, well, the elder bishops, the great millstone who taught me this truth to continue to teach me this truth. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect and to the Israelites that scattered abroad to you. I say Shalom. It's the brothers about Dawadah coming again through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. I don't want to desire you beatified. Alright, so Shabbat Shalom to the nation of Israel. We're going to go into this lesson entitled, This Walk is Not Made to Be Easy. Okay? Slack it. This walk is not made to be easy. Alright, and so when you think of this walk, this walk, when I say this walk, I mean, pertaining to this truth. Alright, being in this truth is not easy, which is really not meant to be. Alright, if you really think of, the great prophets of old, alright, they didn't have it easy when it came to this truth and doing the work of the Lord. Alright, King David. Alright, you had Jonah who ran away, or at least tried to run away from doing the work of the Lord. Alright, you had Moses who doubted, well, more so not doubt, but had a problem with speaking well. Alright, none of these, and there's other prophets, Job, of course, you can't forget Job. So all these prophets, alright, their walk wasn't easy, but the thing about it, the Lord led them through that uneasy walk. Alright, the Lord was with them throughout, through thick and thin. Alright, and they knew that they would be able to overcome those obstacles because they had Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai on their side, because they knew the Lord. Alright, and they knew who they served and what He's capable of. Alright, so when you think of that word easy, alright, through the dictionary.com, it reads not hard or difficult, requiring no great labor or effect. Or it's like it not effect, effort. Requiring no great labor or effort. Alright, in which is the complete opposite when it comes to this truth. Alright, it is a great labor. Alright, you do have to put in effort and time. Alright, when it comes to knowing this truth, learning this truth, learning Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, and not only that, but yourself, as an individual in this truth, being brought into this truth and having to change your ways from being, brought out of darkness, into light. Alright, nothing comes easy. Right, and it's not made for us to be easy because this isn't our rest. So we have to go through the trials, the tribulations, the troubles, the mess ups, the downfalls, in order to be built back up, in order to know what we're here for and why we have to go through it. Because ultimately, at the end of the day, when it comes to this truth, we know that we're the ones that messed up. All right, and we are repaying for our mess ups when it comes to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Alright, but in that same time, this walk that's not going to be easy, alright, it could be less stressful when you have the Lord on your side, alright, and when you're doing right by the Lord, alright, because you're going to have your hiccups. We all are, seeing that this is not our rest. We're purposely made to go through this, alright, but at the same time, like I was saying, if you have Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai on your side, alright, it'll allow you to know why you're going through what you're going through, all right, and to be able to see the things that you have to change in order to make it less stressful, all right, to be more adaptable, or for you to be able to adapt through that uneasy walk. Okay, the etymology, it reads free from bodily discomfort and anxiety, or comfortable. All right. So in this walk, we have to be comfortable being uncomfortable. All right. Free from bodily discomfort. Yeah, we really more so aren't. I don't say isn't. We really more so aren't free from bodily discomfort. All right, because we still go through things as far as our body is concerned. We still go through the infirmities. We still have different sicknesses and illnesses. All right, that get brought about us. You have to have different remedies to overcome that discomfort. All right, but doing that, it's not easy, right? Because it's strenuous on the body. It's strenuous on the mind. All right, and you have to fight through it. All right, through prayer and fasting. All right, and as well as those remedies that the Lord has given us, to help us overcome, that bodily discomfort. All right. So I have a few scriptures here, and Lord's will, you be edified on tonight, Salakia. First off, we'll start in 1 Corinthians chapter 10 and 13. First Corinthians chapter 10 and 13, it reads, "There hath no temptation taken you, but such as common to man, but the Most High is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that you are able, but will with the temptation also make a way to escape, that ye may be able to bear it." All right, so that's that's plain. All right, one of those scriptures that are plain. All right, that the Lord is not going to put anything on you that you can't handle. All right. Now, granted, the mind, some people's minds aren't as strong to understand why they're going through what they're going through, and if they're able to bear it, because they seem to have at least I'll say they feel as if they have no way out, they have no one to turn to, and things of such matter. All right. But at the same time, the Lord is not going to do nothing that He knows that you can't get through. All right, that's pretty much we know as Esau. All right, Esau does that. Gives you an obstacle and with no solution to it. All right, no resolution to it. But the Lord puts us in different what's the word I want to use? He puts us in different situations, I would say. All right, day in and day out, and some are harder than others to overcome. All right, and some are less harder than others to overcome. All right, but if He knew that you couldn't do it, He wouldn't put it on you, or us, I would say. All right, which is one of these scriptures that we have to remember, when we are going through tough times. All right, because it may seem like there is no light at the end of the tunnel, right? But if you believe in Yahweh Shem Yahshai and have the faith in Him, it don't matter how long it takes you to get through that tunnel. The fact is that you got through it, all right? And it's not gonna be on your time. It's always on the Lord's time. Everything is on the Lord's time, all right? And once you come to realize, or once we come to realize that, you'll be better off. Right, it's one less thing that you have to worry about, I would say. All right, once you come to terms that this will all pass through on the Lord's time. Where they say the world, time heals all wounds. All right, but each obstacle that the Lord puts us through, it's a certain time that He wants us to go through it. Right, but there's things that you have to do, or the Lord wants you to do, in order for you to go through it, or for us to go through it, right, or for it to be resolved. It's more so I want to say. All right, Proverbs chapter 3, 5 and 6. "Trust in the Lord Yahweh with all thine heart, and lean not unto thine own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge Him, and He shall direct thy paths." Okay, so the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahshai is the only one that you need to be putting your trust in. All right, it's the only ones that we should be putting our trust in. All right, I keep saying you, but I need to say we, because I'm including myself in this as well. All right. Those things that we get through, that we go through, because we all have our demons. We all go through different things. All right. And this is all part of our walk. We all have different walks. All right. When it comes to, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, or when it comes to this movie. All right. But one of those things that we can't forget is to trust in the Lord. All right, reverting back to 1 Corinthians 10 and 13, because he's not going to put nothing on us that we can't handle. All right, you can remember as well, revert to Philippians, I believe, 4 and 13. It's, I can do all things through Hamashiach, which strengthens me, or who strengthens me. All right, so to have that confidence, to have that faith, all right, trusting in the Lord with all thine heart and leaning not into thy own understanding. All right, you're going to be able to overcome those things. All right, because being in this flesh, you'll try to understand things in your own terms, in your own ways, which the scripture goes into. My thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, saith the Lord. Roughly paraphrasing. So leaning into your own understanding, you're not going to ever understand why the Lord put you through that, or why He wants you to go through it. Okay, maybe in the kingdom you'll get it, but as of right now, we're not going to get it. Because we can't understand why the Lord does what He does. We just have to go through it. But while we go through it, we call on Him to get us through it, to overcome it, to bear it. However, doesn't matter how long it takes. Because what they say, in the world, nothing lasts forever, But as we know, besides the kingdom, that's the only thing that's going to last forever. But here in, Babylon the Great, nothing lasts forever. So, at the end of the day, what we go through, it strengthens us. All right, what they say again. So I just keep thinking of worldly quotes, but it's just coming to mind. Just to compare the two, because not the scripture. In the world they say, well, what doesn't kill you make you stronger, and that goes to be true. All right, the adversity and the tribulation and trials, all right, the troubles that we go through, we overcome them, and it makes us stronger. All right, and as well, it builds us faith. All right, you can't build faith without going through something. All right, and not only going through something, overcoming it. All right, when you overcome that obstacle, you build faith. Knowing that you can, knowing that you got over that obstacle. All right, so the next one, the Lord is, is going to be dealing with you. All right, and you're going to get over that obstacle, and the next obstacle. Because in this truth, there's going to be things that we go through that we're not going to like. All right, and like I was saying earlier, it's not meant for us to like it. It's more so meant for us to deal with it. All right, overcome. Pray, fast. All right, and revert to like-minded individuals who believe in Yahweh Shem Yahushai to help you get through it, to help us get through it. Alright. What time is it? 13. Let's go to Psalms. Salakia. Go to Psalms 46. Alright. Psalms 46 and 1. It reads, to the chief musician, for the sons of Korah, or Korah, I'm not sure how you pronounce that, a song upon Alamoth. Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, is our refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble. All right, so that word refuge is more so going into protection. All right, being protected, being concealed. All right, let's get it real quick. Let's see what the etymology got to say for it. But I know refuge goes into more so protection, refuge. There we go. All right, so shelter or protection from danger, assistance in distress. Okay, a taking refuge, a place of refuge, place to flee back to. All right, So when we are going through those troubles and different things in a day, all right, our infirmities, all right. So like, yeah, let me turn this off real quick. I don't want to have notifications popping up. All right. So when we are when we are having those those troubles, all right, we revert back to the Lord. All right, a place to flee back to. That place will be more so these scriptures, these words. All right, the word, I would say, reverting back, back to the Lord. Okay. I think of what comes to mind, Isaiah 55. I think it's 6. Let's get it, because I had it in my head, but I don't want to quote it. There. No. Seek ye the Lord while he may be found. No. It's not that. I think it's Isaiah. I think it's Isaiah 33. Salakia. No, what am I thinking of? Salakia. I had a scripture in my head. Oh gosh. Salakia, it's right in my head. I can't think of. I don't want to take too much time on it. If the Lord wants me to bring it out, I'll bring it out. But it was right on the lines of what I was going into as far as fleeing back to the Lord. All right. Let's see. A place to flee back to. All right. Shelter or protection from danger. All right. Same with that scripture, Proverbs 18:10. The Lord is the name of the Lord is a strong tower. The righteous runneth into it and is safe. Being a strong tower is a refuge, a protection, a shelter. All right. A strong tower is something that can't be, can't break. It doesn't bend, doesn't fold. All right. Man, I wanted that scripture so bad. So lucky for that. I guess the Lord don't want me to bring it out. But one more time, Psalms 46:1, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, is our refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble. Okay, and that's what we need, right? That's who we need, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, because we go through different things, and we need Him to be on our side, right? We need Him to still have the Spirit on us to deal with the things that we go through, right? Like I said, because we all got our demons. All right, but in order to overcome those demons, the Lord has to be dealing with you, and He wants you to go through what He puts you through for His own reasoning. All right, but we call upon Him, all right, to relieve us, from those strenuous situations. All right. Let's see what I have here. Just a couple more, and we'll close it out. It's not meant to be long. Just some quick points. Romans 12:1. I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of the Most High, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice, wholly acceptable unto the Most High, which is your reasonable service. And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good, that acceptable and perfect will of the Most High. Okay, so we go through what we go through, all right, because the Lord wants us to go through it. All right. Now, granted, there's different things that people go through that are not into, that are not in this truth, that doesn't know the Lord, right? But by us being, brought into this world, being brought into this word, into this truth, all right, there's a way we have to be. Now, of course, that doesn't mean that we're not going to have, hardships and downfalls and miscommunications and, whatever the case may be, all right, because that part is still going to be on you, okay, because it's part of the curses, all right, it's part of being in this flesh, all right, whether you're in this truth or not, all right, that part is going to be on you because, you know, the nation of Israel as a whole or have the curses put upon them, all right. The difference is that the third, the remnant, all right, or those the believers in Yahweh Shem Yahushai knows and understands why and what they have to go through, all right, what the Lord is putting us through. As we got to remember, all right, that this isn't a physical war, this isn't a physical battle, this is a spiritual battle, all right. Now, had it been a physical battle, all right, we would lose, all right, because the Lord blessed Esau with that, all right. All right, Isaac blessed Esau with that. So, Salakia. This is a Salakia. But this is a spiritual battle. All right. So being brought into this light, we are able to win because we have the Spirit of the Lord on us. Those individuals who believe in Yahweh Shem Yahushai. All right. And we're still going to go through those things, but we know that we can overcome it because we have the power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai on our side. All right. Let's see here. Let's see if I can get one more. All right, so Proverbs 12 and 25, it reads, heaviness in the heart of man maketh it stoop, but a good word maketh it glad. All right, so when you have, like, when you're going through those, you know, those troubles, all right, and when you're down and out, all right, someone who is, you know, that's the like-minded individual that's on your side, you know, that believes in Yahweh Shem Yahushai like you do, whether it's you know, someone in your sisterhood or whether someone is in your brotherhood, you can rely on that person to, you know, to lift you up, to encourage you, to let you know, and to allow you to remember that you're not, you know, that you're not in this alone. All right, and they can give you those encouraging words. All right, because some people have it worse than others. All right, it's all a balance at the end of the day when it comes to the Lord. But some people have it worse than others. All right, the Lord put certain things on brothers. All right, more so because of who they are, because of their spirit, and because the Lord knows all spirits. All right, and then some, you know, the Lord puts some less on the brother. And the same way with the with females, sisters in the truth. All right, the Lord puts more on that sister. All right, because He knows her spirit. And then some, you know, the Lord put less on the sister. Doesn't change the fact that they're not a believer. All right, we all going through something. All right, and what somebody can say to someone can lift that person up, and vice versa. All right, because they can be having problems, you know, that following week, and they call you, text you, or whatever. All right, and let you know what's going on with them, and you'll be able to lift them up. All right, that'll be that good word, maketh it glad. So we all have to remember that this walk is not made to be easy. All right, for neither one of us. All right, but through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, we can all get through it. So with that, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to my elder apostles, as well as elder bishops, the great millstone who taught me this truth, continue to teach me this truth. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. And with that, I want to say Kwame Yasharallah and Abba Abba. Shabbat Shalom.